Moving on to belief, I feel like belief is probably the most confusing or the most confused part of the gospel amongst the world of faith. I want to first start with the word synecdoche. So in the scriptures, we often see the word believe a lot. It's probably one of the most common words associated with salvation. Believe.
Hebrews 11.
I want to read Hebrews 11:6 before I talk about that synecdoche. So Hebrews 11:6 reads, "But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he who comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him." So we have this scripture and a handful of other scriptures that only say believe. But once again, that's a synecdoche. And a synecdoche is a part of a whole. So an example of a synecdoche would be, I got a lot of mouths to feed at home. There's not just mouths running around at home. We know that those mouths are kids and, family members. When a city wins a sports game, oh, Houston won, so-and-so won. The city is not playing in that game. We know it's that certain team from that city. Mm-hmm. And I can go on and on giving examples about this, but belief, when you hear the word belief in the Bible, it is a synecdoche. There's a lot of things that come with believing. Believing is the power behind of doing these things. The scriptures say faith. You say you have faith. Well, I'll show you my faith by my works. You can say you have faith, or you can do things to show that you have faith. Let's contrast some beliefs. The demons believe. Are the demons saved?
No.
What scripture is that from? That's James 2:19. Let's turn there real quick.
I got it.
Go ahead.
It says, "You believe that God is one. You do well. The demons also believe and shudder."
So they're even scared, but are they saved? We don't really read much about demons being saved. And so there's two different types of beliefs. You believe in a God, or you believe in God and what he says so much that you're going to do what he says. And so belief is the encapsulation of the whole plan of salvation.
Absolutely.
You can say, and he believed. If he really believed and he was saved, then he did all the other things that the scriptures say.
Absolutely. And I want to point out something really important. Staying in Hebrews chapter 11, but I want to actually go up a verse ahead. We was in Hebrews 11:6, right? Yeah. That was 11:6. We actually going to go a verse down, So, and this is the importance of continuing to read. Some people want to isolate a scripture. They want to isolate belief and say, that's it. That's all I have to do. But when you go to Hebrews 11:7, it says, "By faith, Noah, being divinely warned of the things not yet seen, moved with godly fear, prepared an ark for the saving of his household, by which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is according to faith." So by faith, he moved to prepare an ark. Some people say, well, when you believe, you ain't got to do nothing. Well, we see here he had faith and he believed in God, and guess what they caused him to do? To move to do what God said to do.
Absolutely. Just piggybacking on that, right? So belief is the beginning to what you're going to do next, kind of thing. And from a practical standpoint, I believe I'm going to get paid every week. So I go to work, right? And I get paid at the end of the week. Or I believe this chair is going to hold me up, so I sit down on the chair, right? So our belief, therefore, causes an action after. So there's something that precedes the belief, right?
Absolutely.
It's the fuel behind what you need to do.
Absolutely. You're not doing the things that you don't believe. Or it's crazy to say this, but many people in our culture today, they do things that they don't believe in. And a lot of times that's why our life is the way it is, because we are getting into things that we truly don't believe in. Mm-hmm. And so guess what? Our work, our performance is lackluster.
You don't have that fuel.
Because you don't have it, because you just show up, but you don't really believe in it.
Yeah.
And so it's not going to work well for you. And that's the same thing with the entire plan of salvation. If you say, well, yeah, I'm going to go through the rest of the steps in order to be saved, but I really don't believe in it. Mm-hmm. Guess who sees that? You can fake it to me. You can fake it to everybody that sees you, but you can't fake it with God. God is going to know that you truly don't believe, and how is salvation going to work out for you?
Yeah, and going back off the verse, the scripture that you just read, Cody, 11:7, about by faith Noah warned by God. So just talking about that, right? He believed God's warning. It took him, I don't know, 50, 75 years to build Noah's Ark. that's years of belief, and where people were mocking him, people were making fun of him, like
Yes.
all kinds of stuff that came from it.
Yes.
That's real
absolutely.
belief right there.
And his belief had salvation. It caused salvation for his family. Like
Absolutely.
that's incredible, man. Like if you don't think about that, or if you don't sit down and study that, like I've been to the Ark Encounter up in Kentucky. Like it's awesome. Like you can be there walking in it and looking at it, and it talks about all the science behind it. Like it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'd encourage everyone to go visit there.
That's a good point. So Noah's monument of belief was an ark that took him 75 years to believe. My question for everyone out there that believes is, what's your monument of belief? What's your monument?
Absolutely.
I just want to land on this last scripture as we move on to the next point, but it's a scripture that a lot of people love to twist up and actually forget how to use the English language. It's Mark 16, 15, and 16. But I'll go ahead and read it. Mark 16, 15, and 16 reads, "And he said to them, go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. He who believes and is baptized will be saved, but he who does not believe will be condemned." And so we see he who believes and is baptized. And there's a lot of, I don't want to say a lot, but there's other things that go into it. Once again, this is synecdoche. One of the most important parts of this is baptism. This is where you're buried. We'll talk about that here in a few moments. But I just wanted to land on that last one. He who believes, talking about actions now after belief, and is baptized,
Absolutely.
will be saved.